incredible Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Over.
Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Got him, and it's right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This is Cohen on the toss. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Cohen. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. But he knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the tight end Dixon left side. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Newton to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Barth puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. On the ground, McCaffrey looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on second down is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
On third down, Trubisky. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Charles Johnson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Leonard Floyd coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there, 88 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Gano out to kick this one away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Set! Green! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Check it backer. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to pump the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton flush to his right. And he's got a man here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Butker able to put this one through. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down. Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. 3rd down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Check, Patriot, Patriot, Leopard, Leopard. Detroit, Detroit. Check three. Gun.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
To throw on second down. Newton flushed out right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play clock winding down. Now Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Gun.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Yet another interception. reception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. The play clock's running down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And the Browns, they've extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is taken at the 3. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn it over to the NC State product, Mike Glennon.
Watch it now, Barney.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. Room here to run. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Newton to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Gano out to kick this one away. fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky will throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, watch it now, Barney. Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Captain Mutterland. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Onto the field now come the Bears. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Wright's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Leopard!
On first down, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. That'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
All right, here we go.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Now a desperation throw, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They go back to Stewart on first, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together.